So everyone has been talking about it. The latest report that Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has rejected what people are calling a secret deal from the government. This news has caused a lot of reactions everywhere. Some people are calling him brave, saying he stood his ground. Others are wondering what really happened behind closed doors. According to what's been shared and discussed by many observers, this alleged deal was said to include certain conditions that could have allowed him to leave detention earlier, but only if he agreed to some terms that might limit his public activities or change the tone of his movement. And from what people are saying, Nnamdi Kanu refused to sign or even consider those terms. He is said to have told his lawyers and close followers that his position remains the same, that he wants true justice and freedom, not a conditional release. Now, let's slow down a bit and look carefully at what's going on. Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention for a long time now. His court case has moved from one stage to another, and at the moment, the court has already fixed a date for judgment. That means after so many hearings, cross-examinations, and legal arguments, the judge is finally ready to decide what happens next. But while everyone waits for that date, this new talk about a secret deal came up and changed the mood of the discussion completely. It brought fresh debate and fresh emotion, especially among his supporters who see this as a test of principle. Please, before we go on, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss updates when we drop more news like this. It helps the channel grow and keeps you informed. Now, let's continue. People close to the movement have been saying that Kanu's decision to reject any private offer from the government shows that he wants everything to be transparent. They believe that if there is going to be peace or negotiation, it should be done openly and not behind closed doors. They also believe that accepting any secret deal might weaken the larger cause or make them look like they compromised their beliefs. On the other side, some people, including political commentators, say that maybe he should have considered such an offer if it could lead to peace and reduce tension in the southeast. But according to those who claim to have knowledge of what happened, Kanu's reply was very direct. He wants due process and justice, not hidden agreements. It's important to understand that Nnamdi Kanu's name carries a lot of weight. For years, his movement has shaped political conversations and even affected security conditions in many parts of Nigeria. His detention has always been a sensitive issue. Many groups inside and outside the country have called for fair treatment and a legal resolution that respects human rights. So when a story like this breaks, that he rejected a private offer, it naturally creates a wave of reaction. Supporters see it as a symbol of integrity. Critics see it as stubbornness. But whichever side you're on, one thing is clear. This decision adds another layer of complexity to an already long and emotional case. Now, if you've been following the court updates, you'll know that the judge recently closed the stage for the defense. That means the opportunity for Kanu's team to present their side formally in court has ended because, according to the record, he chose not to open a defense. His lawyers argued that the charges had no legal basis and that the court lacked jurisdiction. In simple terms, they said the case itself should not even exist. The court disagreed and decided to move forward to judgment. That's why a lot of people are watching the next date very closely. It's expected that on that day, the judge will finally deliver a decision on whether the charges stand or fall. Before we continue, please, if you are still watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Your support keeps us going and we really appreciate it. Now, let's keep moving with the story. While everyone is waiting for the judgment, the public conversation has shifted to what this secret deal really means. Some believe it might have been an informal approach by certain figures who wanted to calm things down quietly. Others believe it's just social media talk, exaggerated to create headlines. But whether the story is fully true or partly speculation, it reflects something deeper, a trust gap between both sides. Many of Kanu's followers don't trust the system anymore, and many in government don't trust the movement either. So when any form of private negotiation appears, suspicion rises immediately. people start thinking someone is trying to trick the other side. That's why the phrase bold reply has gone viral. It fits the image of someone standing his ground in a tense standoff. And let's be honest, the country is watching. Many Nigerians are tired of division and want a peaceful way forward. They want justice, but they also want stability. When stories like this come out, they touch emotions because they remind people how long this conflict has been going on and how much pain it has caused for families on both sides. And that's why this case is more than just a courtroom story. It's a national issue that touches identity, history, and politics all at once. Still with me? If you are, go ahead and hit the like button again and make sure you subscribe so you can be among the first to know what happens when Judgment Day arrives. Now, here's another part of the gist that's important. Some observers have said that this so-called secret offer might have been a way to test Kanu's resolve before the final judgment. They say that sometimes governments offer conditional releases or plea bargains to defendants in high-profile cases, especially when those cases could cause political unrest. It's not new. It happens in many countries. The idea is to reduce tension before a big decision. But in this case, if what we are hearing is true, Kanu turned it down flat. According to those who follow the case closely, he said he would rather wait for a fair court judgment than accept a private arrangement that could silence him. Whether that's brave or risky depends on who you ask, but it definitely shows how determined he is to stand by his beliefs. And if you're watching right now, let me ask you, what do you think about that? If you were in his position, would you accept a deal to regain freedom, or would you reject it to stand by your principles? Let me know in the comments. And again, please subscribe. That way you won't miss our upcoming updates when the judgment is finally delivered. As for the mood in the southeast, reports show that people are waiting anxiously. There's calm on the surface, but everyone is alert. Many civic groups have called for peace, no matter what happens next. They're asking supporters to avoid any form of protest that could turn violent. They say dialogue is the way forward. That's why the government and traditional leaders are also being careful with their statements. They want to avoid any action that could trigger unrest. Meanwhile, among the diaspora community, Nigerians abroad who have followed Kanu's case closely, there are renewed calls for international attention. Some groups are reminding foreign governments and human rights bodies to keep watching how the case is handled. They say transparency is the only way the outcome can be respected. And for many supporters, this story of rejected deal reinforces their belief that Kanu is standing firm for what he believes in, even when it could cost him his freedom. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because soon, when Judgment Day comes, we'll bring you every detail. We'll also break down what it means for the movement, for the country, and for peace going forward. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. Beyond the court and politics, this case shows something deeper about the power of conviction. In many parts of the world, we've seen leaders who decide not to compromise even when offered easier options. Sometimes it works in their favor, sometimes it doesn't. But what people respect most is consistency. Whether you agree with Kanu or not, you can't deny that he has stayed consistent in his message from day one. And that's part of what keeps his supporters loyal. They see him as someone who cannot be bought or silenced easily. Still, at the same time, some people worry that total refusal to talk might make things harder. They say dialogue is not weakness, it's wisdom. If the government and the movement could meet openly and discuss solutions that protect both justice and unity, maybe things could move forward faster. But for now, this story shows that trust is still a major barrier. Everyone is watching to see who takes the next step. If you are still watching, thank you. Please like this video and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing you accurate, respectful news and deep gist like this.